Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the ARC-170 Starfighter from Revenge of the Sith. This thing is absolutely fantastic, but before we take a closer look at it, let's go ahead and take a look at its packaging. And like always, just bear with me while I get everything set up in frame. It's hard to do these larger scale reviews. So anyway, here's the box. Absolutely awesome looking Revenge of the Sith packaging. Nice image of the ARC-170 here on the front. And then on the side, it has just more images of the vehicle, and then on top a side view. And then on the back, it's got the vehicle laid out here, as well as all of its features, which we'll talk about later in the review. And then down here on the bottom, it's got all of the other vehicles that were released around this time. And this is one of the most nostalgic eras I have for Star Wars. So I've collected a lot of the vehicles from this range. I've actually reviewed every single one on the back of this package before. So if you'd like to watch those, I've got reviews for them. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the ARC-170 here. Let me bring him back into frame. This thing is absolutely awesome. It has a huge wingspan of about 22 inches, and it's also about 22 inches from nose to tail here, which is really cool. It takes up a lot of real estate and looks awesome. And it has a ton of features. We'll go ahead and run through those real quick. The first one, pretty basic, opening cockpit. It's got some seats for clone troopers, 2 in this one if you'd like to. And then coming over the top of the vehicle, there's a slot here for an R2 unit if you'd like to put one in there. None are included, at least in this version or this release. I think there is one that comes with an R2 unit to put in there. And then on the back, there's another seat for a clone trooper. And then on the back, it's got a swiveling turret. Pretty cool. One problem is here, I'll kind of flip it over. There should be a turret here as well. Hasbro just sort of messed that up. It's not a huge deal. It's just something that I would have liked to have seen. But like I said, not a huge deal because this thing overall is absolutely fantastic. So if you look here at the wings, you can pull up these little smaller wings. They kind of pop down and they look really cool. They're a little bit flimsy, but not a huge deal if you're just hanging it up like what I do. So pretty cool there. Then on the side here, there is a swiveling turret here on the top. And then of course you can fire the turret. This front part here is a missile, and the little switch for it is here on the bottom. Let me go ahead and fire that. So as you can see, that does fire out. And I imagine if you're buying these on the secondary market, those are probably gone a lot of times, so just keep an eye out for that. Then flipping it over onto the bottom, there is a little bit of landing gear here. That can pop down. It's the only piece of landing gear, but it is nice that it's included. And then finally, if you flip it over, there are these 2 doors on the bottom of the vehicle that you can flip open. And there's a little handle in here that flips down. It's very small. It's obviously not meant for adults, but there's a little trigger on there, and you can drop 2 little bombs out of it. So this little flap opens up and they just drop out, you know, with gravity. They're not spring loaded or anything. And they have these cool little missiles. It comes with 2 of them. Pretty cool inclusion. And I definitely like that this handle folds back up into the vehicle so that you don't have to see it all the time because it is pretty ugly. So that's all of the good for this vehicle. Really, Hasbro did a lot right with this thing. And I only have one major complaint with it, and that's that it came with a lot of stickers. Let me go ahead and show those. So you get in this little packet here, and they go all over this thing. If you can see here, the body and wings of this thing are a little sparse without them. And frankly, I think for the price point that this was originally released at, it probably should have had a little bit more paint and maybe a little bit of weathering. But other than that, I don't have any major complaints at all. And I definitely think that if you can track one of these down for a good price and add it to your collection, it's 100% worth it because it is one of the best vehicles that Hasbro's released for the 3 3/4 inch line. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.